Welcome back to our channel, friends. Today, we are starting a heart-touching and powerful English learning story. This is the story of Luna, a young girl who turned her pain into power with the help of one language, English. So let's begin. Chapter 1. The Library of Hope. And remember, this story is written in very easy English, perfect for beginners. A simple life, suddenly broken. Luna lived in a small town near the mountains. Her house was old, her clothes were simple, and her family was not rich. But they were happy. Her father worked in a small factory. Her mother stayed at home and made food. They didn't have many things. But they had love. One day everything changed. The factory where Luna's father worked closed forever. He lost his job. He came home with empty hands and a tired face. He sat on the old wooden chair and said nothing. Luna had never seen her father like that before. He looked broken. Her mother was silent. The house was filled with sadness. From that day, life became difficult. No job, no money, no idea what to do next. Luna steps forward. Luna was only 17 years old, but she was brave. She didn't cry. She didn't wait. She went out to find a job. She knocked on many doors. Some people said, "You're too young. You don't have experience. We're not hiring." But Luna didn't stop. Finally, she walked into a small public library near her home. The old librarian looked at her and asked, "Can you clean the bookshelves?" Luna smiled and said, "Yes." That was the beginning. She got her first job, cleaning the library after school hours. The pay was small, but it was something. The language that called her. One evening, after her cleaning was done, Luna sat in a quiet corner of the library. She was tired, but her eyes noticed something. A big book. Its title was Learn English, Beginner to Fluent. She opened the first page. It said, "You don't need to be perfect. You just need to begin." Luna didn't know English, not much, but she wanted to learn. That night, something changed in her heart. She decided, "I will use this library, I will use these books, and I will learn English." Her new routine. Every day after work, Luna cleaned the shelves. Then she picked up a book and read, slowly, with a dictionary beside her. She didn't go to an expensive school. She didn't have a private tutor. But she had a will to learn, free books, and a heart full of purpose. Day by day, she started reading English sentences. She copied words in a notebook. She listened to English CDs the library had. She repeated words again and again. Some days, she felt tired. Some days, she didn't understand. But she never stopped. The spark of a dream. One night, Luna found a job notice in the library's community board. It said, "Looking for English-speaking assistant. Office in downtown." Luna's heart beat fast. She wasn't ready. She still made mistakes. But deep inside, a voice said, "Try. You are not the same girl you were before. You've grown." That was the moment her journey began to change forever. From a poor girl cleaning books to a dreamer who started to speak a new language. This was only the beginning of Luna's transformation. Chapter 2. The interview that changed everything. A new hope begins. Every day at the library, Luna was growing. Her vocabulary was improving. Her pronunciation was better. Her confidence? Still small, but growing like a little tree. Then came the day she saw the notice. English-speaking assistant needed. Downtown office. Apply this week. Luna stared at that paper like it was a window to a new life. But a storm of thoughts came. Am I ready? What if I make mistakes? What if they laugh at my English? But deep inside, a little voice whispered, "You've worked hard. Just try. Writing the application. Luna had never written a job application in English. So she took a few library books and began studying. How to write a resume. What to say in a cover letter. What words to use in a formal email. It took her 3 full nights. She wrote, erased, rewrote. Her final application read, "Hello, sir, madam. My name is Luna. I am applying for the position of English-speaking assistant. I have been learning English daily at the public library. I am hardworking, honest, and ready to grow. Thank you for your time. Best regards, Luna." She printed it on library paper, held it tight with both hands, and walked slowly to the office address. Entering a new world. The office building was tall, glass doors, clean walls, fast elevators. Luna had never entered a place like this. She looked down at her secondhand shoes. She fixed her hair and whispered to herself, "You belong here. You're brave." At the reception, she said in English, slowly but clearly, "I'm here to apply for the assistant job." The lady smiled and gave her a form. Luna filled it out with shaky hands. The interview. 10 minutes later, a young man came out. He smiled and said, "Hello, Luna. Please come in." This was it. Luna sat in a quiet room across the table. The man asked, "Tell me about yourself." Her heart was beating fast. She took a deep breath and replied, "My name is Luna. I work in a library. I learn English every day. I want to work and support my family." She made mistakes. She paused often, but she spoke with truth. The man nodded. He asked, "Why do you want this job?" She answered, "Because I want to grow. I want to learn more. I believe English can change my life." The waiting begins. The interview lasted just 15 minutes, but for Luna, it felt like a lifetime. The man said, "Thank you. We'll let you know in 2 days." Luna walked home slowly. She kept thinking, did I do well? Did they understand me? Will they say yes? But deep inside, she was proud. No matter the result, she tried, and that made her a winner already. The message. 2 days later, Luna was cleaning the library shelves. She heard her phone buzz. It was an email. She opened it with shaking hands. It said, "Dear Luna, we are happy to inform you that you have been selected as our new assistant. Welcome to the team." Tears filled her eyes. She didn't scream. She didn't jump. She just sat down and smiled quietly. In that moment, she knew. All her nights of learning, all her moments of doubt, all her days with a dictionary, they were worth it. Luna, a girl from a poor family, just got her first English-speaking job. She didn't have money. She didn't go to English school, but she had a dream and the courage to follow it. Chapter 3. The First Day Challenge. A new door opens. Luna woke up early. It was her first day at the office, her first real job speaking English. She looked in the mirror and took a deep breath. She wore her cleanest clothes, tied her hair neatly, and whispered to herself, "You're ready. You've worked for this." She carried her small bag, walked to the bus stop, and headed into the city. The office, a different world. The moment Luna entered the office, it felt like another world. Everything was new. Big desks with computers, phones ringing softly, people talking in fast English, coffee machines buzzing in the corner. She felt small. She walked slowly to the front desk and said, "Good morning. I'm Luna. Today is my first day." The receptionist smiled and replied fast, "Oh, great. HR will meet you in a moment. Just take a seat." But Luna only understood a few words. "HR? Meet you in a moment?" She smiled politely and sat down. Her hands were cold. Her heart beat fast. Meeting the team. A kind woman named Sophia came to greet her. "Hi, Luna. I'll show you around and introduce you to the team." She spoke clearly, but still fast for Luna's ears. Luna nodded, followed her, and listened with full focus. Sophia said, "This is the workroom. That's the copy machine. This is your desk." Luna repeated the words quietly in her mind. Workroom, copy machine, my desk. When she met the other team members, they said, "Nice to meet you." She smiled and replied carefully, "Nice to meet you, too." Some words were easy. Some words flew over her head like birds. The fear of speaking. At her desk, Luna got her first task, a simple email to send. The message was already written. She only had to check spelling and send it. She read it 4 times to be sure. She clicked send with shaking fingers. Then her team leader came and said, "Luna, can you please help me print this file?" Luna didn't understand the full sentence. She heard, "Help me. Print. File." She nodded, but she had no idea how to use the printer. She stood in front of the machine, stared at the buttons, and whispered, "What do I press?" For 5 minutes, she struggled. Then Sophia came and gently showed her. Luna smiled and said, "Thank you. I still learning." Sophia smiled warmly. "It's okay, Luna. You're doing great." Alone but not defeated. At lunchtime, everyone sat in groups and talked. Their English was fast. They laughed, shared jokes, spoke with big words. Luna sat at the side, quiet, eating slowly. She understood little, but instead of feeling sad, she whispered in her heart, "One day I will sit with them and talk freely. One day I will laugh with them in English, too." She didn't feel small. She felt hungry, not for food, but for growth. Her new plan. That night, after reaching home, Luna took out her notebook and wrote, "Words I didn't understand today. Meet you in a moment. Print this file. Reminder, deadline, copy machine." She searched their meanings, listened to their pronunciation online, repeated each one 10 times. Tomorrow I will know these. Tomorrow I will speak better. One step at a time. Luna knew she wasn't perfect. She made mistakes. She froze in conversations. She asked, "Sorry, can you repeat?" many times. But she never gave up. She believed. Fluency is not a gift. It's a journey. Luna's first day was full of fear, mistakes, and confusion, but also full of learning, courage, and hope. She didn't run away. She stayed. She listened. She learned. And she told herself, if I survive day 1, I can survive day 2 and day 3, and one day, I will shine. Chapter 4. A new voice begins to grow. The days that followed. Luna now had a routine. She woke up early, went to work, came back, and studied English every night. Every day at the office was still a challenge. People spoke fast. The vocabulary was difficult. She made small mistakes. But something was changing. Luna was no longer scared of English. She had stopped avoiding conversations. She had started participating. The small victories. One morning, her team leader said, "Hey, Luna, can you schedule a meeting for Friday?" Before, she would freeze. But this time she replied, "Yes, I will set the meeting and send the invite." And she did it. Correctly. Another day, a coworker dropped papers. Luna picked them up and said, "Let me help you. No problem." The girl smiled and said, "Thanks, Luna. Your English is improving." That small sentence felt like music in Luna's ears. Learning from the real world. Luna realized something important. Books were helpful. Grammar was important. But real English, the kind people speak daily, was everywhere around her. So, she began learning from life. At work, she wrote down new words her team used. She repeated common phrases in the bathroom mirror. She listened carefully in meetings, even if she understood only half. At home, she watched English cartoons with subtitles. She listened to podcasts while cleaning. She repeated one sentence 20 times to say it better. Speaking without fear. One day there was a team lunch. Everyone was eating and chatting. Before, Luna would sit in silence. But this time, she said, "The food is nice. What do you think?" A woman named Claire smiled and said, "You're right, and this cake is amazing." Luna replied, "I love sweet food. In my home, we make cake on birthdays." Everyone nodded and included her in the talk. She made some grammar mistakes. She forgot a word. But nobody laughed. Nobody corrected her harshly. They listened. Luna smiled and thought, "I am not perfect, but I am speaking. And that's enough." The moment of growth. That month, Luna got her first feedback report. Her team leader wrote, "Luna is hardworking, kind, and improving her communication daily. We are happy to have her." She read that line 5 times. For the first time, she believed, "I am not just learning English, I am using it. I am growing." Luna's secret journal. Every night before bed, Luna wrote in her journal, "Today I learned. Reschedule equals change the time of a meeting. Reply all equals send email to everyone. Attach a file equals add document to email. Today I said, 'Thank you for your help. Please give me 5 minutes. I will finish it soon.'" Each sentence in her journal was a brick in the house she was building, a house of fluency and freedom. Mistakes were her teachers. Not everything was easy. One day she said, "I am boring." Her coworker smiled and gently corrected, "You mean you are bored, not boring." They both laughed. Luna didn't feel embarrassed. She replied, "Yes, I'm still learning. Thank you." She realized, mistakes are not the end. They are the beginning of better learning. In this chapter, Luna found her voice. She made progress, slowly but strongly. From hiding behind silence to joining conversations. From studying alone to living the language every day. She was no longer just learning English. She was living in English. Chapter 5. Becoming a helper, not just a learner. A new kind of confidence. Luna had come a long way. From a shy girl who barely spoke English, to someone who could talk in meetings, write emails, and even make jokes with her coworkers. Every day she felt stronger. But one day, something happened that made her feel even more proud. Someone asked her for help with English. Helping a new intern. A new intern named Anna joined the office. She was from Poland. She was nervous. She didn't speak much English. One morning, Anna stood near the printer, lost, just like Luna had been months ago. Luna walked over and said with a smile, "Hi, Anna. First day?" Anna nodded. "Don't worry," Luna said gently. "I'll show you how to print." She showed her step by step, slowly, patiently. Anna looked relieved and whispered, "Thank you. My English is not good." Luna smiled wide. "Mine wasn't good too. But day by day, you get better. I promise." Sharing her story. At lunchtime, Luna sat with Anna and shared her journey. How she worked in a library, how she read simple books, how she used English subtitles, how she practiced in the mirror, how she kept a notebook of daily new words. Anna listened like a student. She said, "You speak so clear. I hope I can speak like you one day." Luna replied, "You will. Start small. Speak daily. Don't be afraid." Starting a small English circle. 1 week later, Luna had an idea. She asked her team, Can we start a small English-speaking group for new members? Her manager smiled and said, "Great idea. You can lead it, Luna." She was surprised. Me? Lead? She had never led anything in her life. But she said yes. Every Thursday lunch she started, Easy English Circle, for beginners at the office. They talked about simple things. What did you eat for breakfast? What do you like about your hometown? What is your dream job? People from different countries joined. Everyone made mistakes. Everyone laughed. Everyone grew. Together. Her manager notices. After a few weeks, Luna's manager called her into the office. He said, "Luna, I've been watching your work. Not only your tasks, but how you help others." She listened quietly. He continued, "We want to offer you a small promotion. As a communication support assistant, you'll help new employees settle in and guide them with English." Luna couldn't believe it. "Me? A support assistant?" "Yes," he smiled, "because you've lived the struggle. And now you lead with kindness." Tears welled in Luna's eyes. She softly said, "Thank you, I'll do my best." A look back. That night, Luna stood by her window. She looked at the busy city, bright lights, fast cars, people everywhere. She whispered, "I came here with fear. I had no money, no perfect English, no big degree. But I had a dream. And now, I am helping others." She remembered her first day in the library, the dusty books, the quiet corner, the dictionary she held like gold. Now she had something even bigger. Belief. In this chapter, Luna didn't just grow. She began lifting others. She was no longer just learning English. She was sharing it, teaching it, building confidence in others, one word at a time. Chapter 6. Luna's dream comes true. A bigger dream awakens. Luna had grown so much, from a quiet girl in a library to a respected office worker, from someone scared of English to someone who now taught others. But one part of her dream was still missing. She wanted to work at a big international company in New York, a place where people from all countries worked, a place where English was used at a high level, in meetings, reports, and presentations. She wanted to prove, not to the world, but to herself, that her English journey was real, strong, and unstoppable. So one night, Luna opened her laptop and typed, "Job openings, communication assistant, New York City." She found one perfect job. She read the description again and again. Excellent spoken and written English. Must assist in presentations. International experience preferred. Strong communication skills. Her heart beat fast. "Should I apply?" she asked herself, and her heart replied, "Yes. You've come this far. Don't stop now." The application. She wrote her resume. She shared her story, her truth. "I learned English not in school, but in life. I worked in a library. I helped my family. I moved to the city. I made mistakes, but I never stopped. Now I help others learn. I believe I can do this job with honesty and care." She clicked apply. Then she waited. The interview call. 1 week later, Luna's phone rang. "Hello, this is Rachel from Global Communications. Is this Luna?" "Yes, speaking," she replied, trying to sound calm. "We loved your story. Can you join us for an interview this Friday?" Her heart danced. Yes, I will be there. She had 3 days to prepare. She watched interview videos. She practiced common questions in English. She stood in front of the mirror and answered, "Tell me about yourself. What are your strengths? Why should we hire you?" She practiced her smile, her body language, and her voice. Not perfect English, but real, confident, and honest English. The big day, Friday came. Luna wore her clean white shirt, tied her hair neatly, carried a small black folder. As she walked into the tall glass building, her legs felt weak. She sat at the waiting room. Then the interviewer, a woman named Rachel, greeted her. "Welcome, Luna. Please come in." They started the interview. Rachel asked, "Tell us your story." And Luna told her journey, from her father losing his job, to working at the library, to learning English word by word, to starting the English Circle, to helping new team members. Rachel listened carefully. Luna didn't use big words, but she used real feelings. She spoke from her heart. She ended by saying, "I may not have perfect grammar, but I learn fast, I work hard, and I never give up." Rachel smiled and said, "Thank you, Luna. We'll be in touch." The final email. 3 days later, Luna got an email. Subject, "Congratulations, Luna. You're hired." Her eyes filled with tears. She had done it. From the dusty library to the skyscraper office. From a girl afraid to speak to a woman whose English opened doors. She ran to the window, looked at the city lights, and whispered, "I did this, not just for me, but for every girl who feels small." English didn't just change my language. It changed my life. Dear friend, Luna's story is not just her story. It's your story too. If you are learning English, struggling, or feel behind, remember, you don't need to be perfect. You just need to start. Speak a little. Learn a little. One word. One sentence. One brave step at a time. One day, like Luna, you will not only speak English, you will live it. If this story touched your heart and gave you motivation, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. I believe in you. Now, it's your turn to believe in yourself.